What's up, my fellow Jets and Rockets? I'm Gavin Magallanes.
And I'm Tristan Turner.
And this is the J Rocket TV broadcast for the week of January 22nd, 2016. Our top story, this past Monday, San Antonio had its 29th annual Martin Luther King Jr. March. Over 200,000 people showed up to walk the 2.75-mile march. San Antonio is recognized to have one of the largest MLK ceremonies in the nation.
The march started at the MLK Freedom Bridge, 3500 MLK Drive, and ended at Pittman Sullivan Park. A commemorative program was held at the park afterwards to celebrate the eventful day. If you missed the occasion this year, be sure to make it out next year to catch the annual march.
For more on Dr. King's life and accomplishments, here's J Rocket TV's Malik Knox.
On January 18th, the United States celebrates Martin Luther King Day, in remembering all that he fought for, leading the civil rights movement to all of the equal rights that we have today. In doing this, he overcame many obstacles that weren't easy to overcome. In the 1950s, America was a very different place. African Americans and other minorities faced discrimination in many ways. They couldn't drink from the same water fountains, eat from the same restaurants, and attend the same public schools as white Americans. Other area of segregation was public transit. African Americans had to sit in the very back of the bus, and if a white person needed a seat, they were expected to give up their seat. On December 1st, 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama, Rosa Parks refused to obey the bus driver to give up her seat in the colored section to a white passenger, after the white section was filled. At this point, Dr. King was a local minister, and he, along with many others, helped organize the Montgomery bus boycott, in which African Americans refused to ride city buses to protest segregated seating. This boycott lasted about a year until the case was brought to the Supreme Court and the Alabama and Montgomery laws that implemented bus segregation were deemed unconstitutional. By organizing this boycott, Dr. King was put in the forefront of the American civil rights movement, and because of this, he received many threatening phone calls, his house was bombed and set on fire, and on top of all this, he was arrested over 20 times. During this period, Martin Luther King helped organize many marches, protests, and boycotts. And on August 27th of 1963, he marched with around 250,000 people in Washington, D.C., and the next day, Dr. King gave his I Have a Dream speech in front of the Lincoln Memorial.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
King is to date the youngest male to win a Nobel Peace Prize, winning it in 1964 at the age of 35. In the same year, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was passed, which ended most of the institutional segregation. 1 year later, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was passed, which enhanced the right to vote found in the 14th and 15th Amendments to the Constitution. This ended most of the discrimination found in elections. On March of 1968, King went to Memphis, Tennessee in support of the black sanitary public works employees. While in Memphis, King stayed at the Lorraine Motel, and on April 4th, 1968, as he stood on the motel's second-floor balcony, he was shot. He was rushed to the St. Joseph's Hospital and passed away about an hour later. Congress passed the holiday legislation in 1983, which was signed into law by President Ronald Reagan, making Martin Luther King Day a national holiday. Thank you, Dr. King Jr.
In space-related news, this past Wednesday marked the beginning of the 5-week period in which 5 planets from our solar system will be aligned with one another. The phenomenon has not been seen since 2005. From the 20th of January to the 20th of February, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter will light up the night sky all in the same area.
Unfortunately, Uranus and Pluto won't be able to make an appearance for the show, but are still visible through a telescope. If you missed this spectacular, or don't go out due to the cold weather, don't panic. The planets are speculated to align again in this August, but only for 7 days. Now here's Gavin and Freddie with this week's Word on the Street.
What's the word on the street, Gavin? What are you looking forward to the second semester?
Good grades, meeting new people, and having fun doing senior events.
Good grades, looking at colleges, probably get a boyfriend, go to parties.
Good grades and passing.
Exactly, that's all you need, really. What are you looking forward to in the second semester?
Getting out of school. Straight A's, like I said last semester. It was a little off last semester, but I'm going to do it this time.
Hopefully I don't sleep as much in class as I usually do, for one. And just hope I graduate.
Check, of course. Better grades.
I'm looking forward to prom and spring break.
Graduating, hopefully.
Exactly.
Finally.
in the second semester? I just want to pass, honestly. I want to get out of high school, you know what I'm saying?
Hopefully a classroom filled with more girls. You know what I'm saying? Last semester was dry. You know what I'm saying?
What are you looking forward to during the second semester?
Passing. Getting out of here? Not having all these words.
I'm looking for better grades and scholarships.
What are you looking forward to during the second semester?
This second semester, I think I'll be looking forward to a lot of not being here.
To prom.
I'm a sophomore, but I can snatch somebody date to prom. Watch him.
You know what I'm saying? Just looking to get good grades. Just do me, you know what I'm saying? Just being a little saucy, you know what I'm saying? You know I got drip on the sauce.
Safety, boy.
Before we go, Rockets, be sure to make it out to Judson's blood drive next week on Tuesday, January 26th. The blood drive is from 7 to 4, but you can't miss any core classes to attend, so keep that in mind.
Well, Rockets, that seems to be all the time we have for this week's broadcast. I'm Gavin Magallanes.
And I'm Tristan Turner.
And this has been the J-Rocket TV broadcast for January 22nd, 2016. Be sure to check out more of our content at youtube.com/JRocketTV. We'll see you January 29th, Rockets.
Faces.